right, there, viewer. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of Ladies Talk. This is the show where we bring you trending topics as they shape our lives. This is the show where women's voices take center stage. And I'm not always alone on the show. I have my beautiful ladies always, always. You'll see them in a short time. My name is Temitope Ajijololuwala. Welcoming you to Ladies Talk. And this is Western Spring Television. You can follow us on all of our social media handles as they are scrolled on your screen. Welcome, ladies. How are you today? To my right is Uzom's. And to her immediate right as well as Gloria. Hi, say hello. And this to her right too is Tomilola. Daniel. Hi guys, how you doing? How was your week? Gist me, oh. I don't want dryness today. I need you to gist me. Gloria, let's start with you. It's your birthday in a bit. How do you feel about that? Yeah, get there. She was about to break the crowd. How are you? How do you feel?
I feel blessed.
What do you
feel
reflect
happy.
on?
One thing I'm grateful to God is how far God has brought me. Like, you are not where you used to be. Like, you know, when you see a throwback picture, you be like, God.
Was that me? Was that me back then?
But God is faithful.
You're happy. I'm glad to. How are you? Show me.
I'm good. I'm very well. Nothing extra happened.
Okay.
I'm the same today, tomorrow. Maybe not forever, but for now, I'm still the same. Still work related, family. That's just it basically.
Any positivity or negativity during the week that you want to talk about? You know, this is a place where you can unwind.
I think we've always. I think I've been having problems with electricity for a while.
Oh yeah, it's general. That's general,
yeah,
right?
But I think in Oshogbo, we are. I can't say about any other area, but my area we're having issues with electricity. When you get home and you're expecting to see light, you want to press your clothes, you can't. It's tiring though. But apart from that, it's been a positive week, anyways.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Uzums. I saved you for last because you've been all smiles all day. You've been all smiles. I've been watching you. You're happy. There's this thing. You traveled recently. Was there a proposal or something?
Oh my God. The proposal was supposed to come and meet her if it's a proposal. She shouldn't travel and collect proposal.
No. He might invite her over and give her that surprise. You know, it can happen.
You travel that long hours.
Yeah.
I will not collect it. I will not collect it.
It might be a plan work.
All right, so tell us.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, to me, I don't think it must be proposal that makes someone that happy.
Okay.
Well, naturally, I'm just happy that I'm alive because you know a lot happened.
Okay.
A lot has happened in my life in the last 2 years, especially, and for the fact that I'm alive. I mean, I used to think that as like it's a normal thing, like every day sleep and wake up. And I remember sometime I heard someone saying, even a testimony that he was healed from headache, and I was like, head of that. But I had I had a terrible time, or I was terribly ill for like a lot of time, and I realized when you say you're healed from headache because I had that severe, intense. I mean, if there's any other word, any other adjective to describe the headache, that's what you can use. So I'm actually I'm actually happy to be alive because this time in a certain year, it was terrible. But I'm really, really happy. That's why I'm all smiles and I'm putting it out there. I'm trying to live my life and at the same time, I'm grateful to God. So it's good to be here.
Dear viewer, can you see these ladies that are banking that I brought on the show today? I love their positive energy. I love the reflection, the reflective moods that they're all in. The celebrant to be, Uzoms, who's reflecting on yesteryears and today. And tell me that is battling electricity challenges, but we hope that it will get better soon. All right, thank you for joining us. You can see that it promises to be a good show. And the story that we brought today is something we need to really talk about, discuss, and in a short while, we'll discuss it. Let's take this quick break. We'll be back. you very much for joining us. It's still Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television, and we have the story. But before we get to the story part, I just want to ask the ladies. When so I know that's in fact I'm the only married one here, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no,
we need
but
to take
then you get
lessons
to
from
talk.
you. We need to take lessons from you.
Well, you are going to be the one talking today. I
Like,
want to hear it from your
she's our
angle.
elder.
I want
Of
to know
course.
what your projections for marriage, because you're all going to get married. I mean, and it's pretty soon. I'm seeing brides here already.
Of
I want to
course.
ask you, ladies, when two people are in a relationship, so let's begin with relationship, romantic relationship that we think will ultimately grow into marriage. What do you think that there should be anything like pride, or should you hide anything from your partner? Such things, and I'm not saying, other things, I'm going to be specific. Should you hide the idea of you getting a new achievement, you achieving new things? Should you hide that from your partner? I mean, or are there special circumstances that could warrant you hiding things from your partner, like, you're getting a new degree, you're building a house, things like that? Should you? Ozoms, I want to start with you.
Well, if I would hide such a thing from someone I'm intending to get married to, I don't see why we should get married. I mean, there are things that you can say you would put on hold until you get to know the person, but that is an achievement. My goodness. I mean, the person should be happy for you.
Okay.
So I don't see
But
why.
okay, let me take your reactions on this first. What about you, Tommy?
Okay, like she rightly said, I don't think there's anything you should hide except if you want to make it a surprise.
Okay.
Then maybe you can, stall it for a little while, then tell them. But the fact that you have an achievement, a degree, you bought a house, I feel a lot of people don't understand, or I'm also not married, but let me say a lot of people still don't understand what marriage entails. That it's a companionship. It's something that partnership that you work together. So whatever decision you're making, sometimes you make decisions on behalf of your partner. So if you're going to do anything that is, because sometimes you have to tell your partner, should I do this? Should I take this form for this for a second, get the certificate, or should we buy this land? So if you're not asking your partner, if your partner is not knowing every single step that you are making, then you're not doing the right thing, except if you want to make it a surprise.
Okay. What about you, Gloria? What you
Okay,
feel?
for me, I would say there's nothing under the roof that should be hidden to your partner.
Okay.
If you achieve anything, is your partner's pride. Like, for instance, you build a house and your partner is like, yeah, what me look calling. Like, you bag a degree and your husband is looking at it. Yes, that's my wife. You hold like master degree, PhD holder. Is your husband's pride. And if you're hiding anything from your partner, I don't see reasons why you guys should get married. Because sometimes that can cause what's it called, lack of trust in the relationship. So everything, if possible, tell your partner. I tell my partner like virtually everything. That even before you gossip, like before you go and meet my partner, that this is it, it will tell you already understand what you're coming to say. You understand? So if you as what's it called? If you as a lady or if you as a man, you're not ready to spill out what it is, except like what she said earlier on, except you want to use that as a surprise, that's a different case. But in a situation whereby you are hiding it, I don't think you should get married.
But you do know that there are surprises that turn bad too. Some people don't like surprises.
It depends.
And especially not this not with achievements like this. I love the angle you came from about women now. Let's talk about women. Women who we've heard cases, we cannot even overflog this issue. Several people have talked about it. And that's why we're talking about it again. There are women who have built houses, behind their husband's backs without their husband's knowledge. And it has really turned to an issue. So people have, gotten divorced and all of that because of that particular issue. So what if that surprise turns bad and you actually intended it as a surprise and your husband is not having any of it?
Okay, can I say something? I have someone close to me that did the same thing. That she observed that her husband is a lavish spender.
Okay.
That if they continue like this, they might not even have a piece of land, not to talk of lot of land. So she used her initiative that, okay, let me get land, start building. And eventually when she went to meet her husband and told the man that, okay, I got the land that we can build on, and because of our future, and in the long run, the thing cause issues. It's never up to like separation when the other family getting involved in your own family over property issues and all of that. So sometimes surprise might turn out to. That's why we used to tell people, understand the kind of man you are dealing with. Now, okay, let me use myself as a case study. I know my partner, my soon-to-be husband. I know him to be this reserved person that sometimes last year I pull out a birthday, like kind of surprise. Let me even surprise this man. And at the long run, I ended up doing the surprise. Like I thought of bringing guys to do these saxophones and all of that. But at the end of the day, I thought about it that way too. I know this man.
Exactly.
Let me not waste this money. Let me just do the normal. At the long run, I told him, I said, he was like, okay. Then I asked him, I said, okay, sleep. I said, I just want to get something at the bus stop. Meanwhile, I want to go and get the cake. I was like, okay. He said, if you like, go and bring this, go and bring that. At the long run, when he just woke up, came out from the room, I was like, eh? You know, like, you've known the kind of man you are dating. So if you are marrying an aggressive man, and you go and bring surprise, you might end up receiving slap. So you just have to understand the kind of man you are dealing with.
Well, dear viewer, you've heard the views on that topic. And it's on this topic that we have this background story too. We have a background story on this topic. And after this break, we'll be taking the story. Stay with us.
Nigeria once had giraffes, rhinos, and cheetahs.
But we have lost this iconic species. And we may lose our lions, elephants, and gorillas too. Be iconic and join me to protect our wildlife. Report wildlife crime and say no to illegal bushmeat, because poaching steals from us all.
Illegal bushmeat is not cool. but it's on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. And many of our iconic wild animals are threatened. So please be cool and say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's make Nigeria better for wildlife and safer for us all. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
Up to 75% of all new human diseases come from animals. Ebola, anthrax, and monkeypox all came from animals. And as more dead wild animals are being transported to our cities, we risk introducing another disease outbreak. This will affect our health, economy, and well-being. So say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Welcome back to Ladies Talk. Now we get into today's story. Well, the topic of today is a house divided, navigating pride and partnership in marriage. There are several houses that are divided, and there are several houses that pride takes over, the real essence of partnership in marriage. Let's get the story. It says here, my spouse has been building a house in Nigeria since 2020. I offered to contribute money to it, but he refused. He told me this was his house and didn't need my help. So I bought my land in Lagos, which was completed within 7 months. We took our kids to Nigeria for the first time last December. He had already booked an Airbnb, which cost 300,000 naira per day. When we arrived, we dropped at Abeokuta to check on his mother and stopped by his house. It was on the foundation level. His mother prayed there, and during the prayer, she said that the house you and your wife are building should be completed. He quickly stopped Mama and said the house was his own. The mother said no, it's for both of you. We stayed in Nigeria for 2 weeks. I visited my house and bought furniture and appliances. Eventually, I invited his mother, my mother, and himself to see the place. He was pissed when we got there. He didn't eat and didn't say a word. His mother was happy. She cooked, stayed till the next day. The kids and I stayed with the mothers, but my husband left for the rented apartment. We have been back since January 2nd, and he has refused to talk to me. He told his brother about it and lied that I was a prostitute. He said a man built a house for me. I am worried. Is it wrong for a woman to build a house? Ladies, you've heard this story. You heard everything. I don't need to narrate it again. What? Now, we were talking about the dynamics of this. How you were saying you would tell your husband everything, or your partner everything. Under no circumstance should you hide anything from your husband. But we can see from the story that it's not a case of exactly being secretive. It's just a woman that has had it enough. It's just a woman that has, has gotten or has had rejection from a spouse. And so, what she did, analyze it.
Well, I would say that obviously that is not a marriage, because a man that would want to start a house and say, no, this house is my house, so you won't let me contribute, and you're telling me explicitly, and you're telling me, like, you're just saying it to my face, it is my house, don't contribute, I don't want. It means you already have your plans on ground. Probably the man fell out of love with the woman, or from time or when they got married, he already had his plans. There's a story sorry to bring it up, but there's this particular incident that happened when I was in school.
Okay.
A girl got married. She had a traditional marriage, and after a traditional marriage, the man slept with her. I was like, he's done. That he actually wanted to prove to her that he can get her and sleep with her, and that was it. So sometimes the mind is very vast. What people groom in their minds, what they actually build on, you can never tell. You feel like you're married to someone and the person is never married to you. It's possible the man is just living with her for living sake and maybe he has his own family. Or from another angle, we didn't hear from the man. It might be that there's something else that the man saw, which we are not aware of, that is making him react that way. But from what the woman said, I mean, any man that reacts that way, I'm not even sure I can be with that kind of person because I won't even have rest of
When
mind.
you're already in marriage, what would you do? You just up and leave?
Like, see, there's a song that said peace of mind is underrated. I wonder how she's living there. Maybe she too herself she carries stone for
But
mind.
it didn't exactly cause war, right?
And someone is not talking to you. Can you stay in a house and your husband won't talk to you for
It's
weeks?
talking to her. It's not keeping malice.
Is that wasn't that what she read?
When
Said
she said-
since he
No.
returned
That was
since
when they
January
went
2nd.
to visit our own house.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, since after they returned.
Yeah.
and-
When they returned.
Sister, but even before that, I believe that she would have seen some
Of
things, some red
course.
flags and all the rest. That, well, she has tried to stay from 2020. The man has been telling you that, yeah, I would just say that's not a marriage. That's just a truth.
All right. Gloria.
Okay, let me start on this other note that in the first place, that the man told the woman not to contribute anything. She has sent something.
Mm-hmm.
Are they husband and wife or they are roommates? Because there's nothing you do to your partner. You don't make it singular any longer. You pluralize it in the sense that, okay, you buy this, you use the word we when you are married. But in a case whereby this man is just having, what's it called? Is having this personal mindset that it is my house. Definitely, if anything happens, you don't have a house. You can easily pack out any day, anytime. And at the end of the day, probably the man, to my own understand, probably the man has his plan. Maybe he's cheating on the woman and looking for how looking for how to leave the marriage. So maybe, and at the same time, the woman might be richer than the man. They might see that as a threat. There are some men that if their wife is richer than them, is a threat to them. So in that case, I don't even know what to say.
Tell me.
Okay, I think we all know that men are generally egoistic and they like being in charge of everything. They personalize things a lot, and then I've heard of some situations whereby the husband would say, "You know what? Don't buy anything in the house. I'll be in charge of it." Some men would even tell you, "Don't work. I'm going to take care of you, take care of the home." So it's possible that he's this kind of man that believes that every single thing he wants to do is thin. Don't bother, let me do it. But it doesn't work in marriage. Because sometimes while you were reading the story, I was like, okay, I think they should make counseling compulsory. Because there's some things you'll be taught during counseling that maybe some things you don't even agree with before.
So
and
who would enforce counseling? Who are the they that would enforce
not enforce. I wouldn't say enforce. I mean, force people to go for counseling. It's a thing of choice.
Not forcing, but enforce it. Like,
but religious setting, in some churches, it's compulsory for you to go through counseling.
You know,
before you can even tell your pastor that I want to get married to this person, go through that process. And there's a lot that has been taught about partnership. So even if you're that man that has a kind of mindset that I don't want my woman to do this, you should crush it and start letting her do things. And then I would also look at another angle, maybe due to experience or what the man has experienced, maybe with his friends or what he has heard on social media, where women sometimes want to take charge. Especially, I think they stay abroad And then once there's a divorce or anything, the woman takes over the property. So it was maybe he's trying to be careful.
But they are building the house in Nigeria.
I understand. Property, even if it is in Kaduna anywhere, the woman takes over. And there's some marriages that some men will even put the name of the wife as the name on the certificate of the land. So maybe he has his personal reasons, but I would agree with the fact that when he said maybe she's a prostitute, and I felt that it's coming from another angle. I was trying to reason with him at first. Okay, maybe ego and then the likes. He maybe wants to do his thing, wants to be a man and then do his thing. But prostitute, because some men, once they see women doing well, oh yes, she's sleeping with this person, she's sleeping with this person, and the fact that she was able to accomplish that in 7 months shows the fact that she's richer. Because yes, its own process was like a snail trying to do this. But the woman could do that in 7 months. It shows that she's in charge financially, which is like a threat to him.
Now you get it. That's the angle where I want us to key everything we've said. Of course, all this your first opinions are valid in some cases. But in this case, you'll know that it's a case of pride. Is eliminating that place of partnership in the marriage and taking up pride. You've seen on social media where people will be dragged a lot about the fact that women are parasites, so to speak, in a relationship. But this is a woman that is ready to make an input in her husband's venture. And now, do you know, we're not talking about possession now or ownership, because it could still be your name that would be on the document, and your wife can still contribute because she sees it as anything my husband owns, it's also mine. But in a case where your mother is saying, or someone is saying, this is you people's house, or this is both of you, it's your house and all of that, and you're corrected in a prayer. It's a prayer. Remember, it was during the prayer that he was making that correction and saying, no, it is mine. It is not ours. What do you say to that I think it's a fundamental thing. I mean, what's your opinion about it?
Sometimes women also say, what belongs to my husband belongs to us. What belongs to me belongs to me.
Yes. But is it not ideal? I mean, in the actual sense, how marriage is supposed to be in the first place, is it not real? I mean, should you lay claim to what is your wife's? I'm just trying to say, how it is, like in the Bible, a man should provide for the woman takes care of the home. That was how it was designed. It's recently out there where people are saying that modernization in marriage is causing a lot of things. And this is where we're coming from there too. When you take away the place of the tradition in marriage, sometimes we like to take away, how would we put it now? To take away some parts when it suits us. When it doesn't suit us, we discard that. So talk about it. If you want to maintain the modern aspect, let's hear you from that. If you also want to be traditional, let's hear you from that aspect.
Okay, men would claim they are traditional, like you rightly said, and they wouldn't even go through that traditional part and then trying to modernize things. We've all known that men are providers. They are in charge of the home. And then what I said earlier regarding what belongs to the husband belongs to us, and then what belongs to the wife belongs to me. Most men feel this is a selfish thing to say.
Okay.
And then I feel it's also selfish because whatever belongs to me also belongs to the home. Because most times they wouldn't tell you that. What if you're making more? Are you still saying that what belongs to you still belongs to you? Wouldn't you still support? So situations, it might be based on what the man has heard or is scared of what the woman would do. Like they rightly said, maybe he had other plans, or maybe he's not really looking for, maybe he already had some side chicks outside, or maybe he's planning a set. But the one thing I was happy about was the fact that the mother-in-law was also in support. Because we see a situation whereby the mother-in-law is also in support that it's for my son, it's for my son. Those are the people that would even, maybe once you lose your husband, they'll come and take over that home. But the fact that the woman said, this is your wife and your house, definitely you know that she's also reasonable. And I would also say she's educated as well. So I feel that it's a personal thing for him, which I feel it is wrong. Like I said earlier again, I fault him for saying she is a prostitute. It shows his mindset. It shows how uncouth he is. And then I feel that sometimes conversations you have, because he said he was having a conversation with his brother, maybe advices from people, or that thing is yours. Or maybe his friends don't have that same experiences, and then he's like, oh no, I don't want to go through the same part. I need to be careful. Whatever belongs to me belongs to me. And then now this wife was able to accomplish a bigger thing, and now is sad. I feel it's a personal thing for him, and he needs to work on himself.
Okay, let me say this. What I tell people is, what you feed your marriage with, it is what you will digest. Be careful of who you take advice from. Now, taking advice, I'm not saying it's not good to take advice from your brother, even our parents. Don't bring your parents in your marriage. It can ruin your marriage, and at the same time can make your marriage successful. Look at that. Let's take it to this angle of where the man is calling the wife prostitute. There must be something he has heard
or seen,
or there might be this advice that he has taken. Like he has heard a lot of things about the wife, and if you don't trust your wife, you can easily get a rumor from your neighbor and you swallow it.
Yeah.
And that is how you will, what's it called? You will lose your marriage. And the brother coming in, there must be something. How close? Do you know if the brother is eyeing the wife? Let's go to that angle.
No, but it wasn't stated that the brother gave him any advice. I think it was just a conversation.
It wasn't. It was just a conversation.
Okay.
I'm sure he even, from what we can deduce from the story, I'm sure he even initiated that call to say, can you imagine what I saw, what happened in Nigeria and all of that? So during that kind of conversation, such a statement could have.
Okay. Let's go to this. Let's go to this other angle. That in the first place, why did he bring the children to Nigeria?
It was vacation.
Okay, now let's check. Okay, visit and also to show the children this is the house I'm building, and to meet with other extended family. Now the mother made a statement that this house belongs to you and your wife. Not wives, you and your wife. Meaning, if you are holding a phone, it belongs to the both of you.
Exactly.
If you are holding a pen, it belongs to the both of you. How much more the house? So for the man to say this statement like, no, mama, don't say that. Don't say that. How dare you? How will you be telling me that is both of us? No. I built this house with my money. Now there's an entitlement statement there. There's something about that. There's something, it is beyond, what's it called? It is beyond just normal conversation. And thank God, I will support the lady that she acted fast. What if in a situation whereby after the whole building, he was like, it's not like, okay, I think we need to
exactly.
I think we need to go a separate way. I don't think this marriage can work. And thank God the lady is not banking on him. I tell people most times, even though your husband is rich, have your own money. If your husband is rich, I'm saying it again, have your own money.
See, that's why sometimes you cannot put situations under a blanket, how would I put it? A blanket conclusion. You cannot just conclude totally, because situations are dynamic, they are different, they are specific to whatever, issues or challenges are specific to situations. But now, if you're saying that she should have her own money and all of that, so it still means that there are some situations, that there are some situations where your money would be your money, isn't it? Right.
The truth is, the man is a child.
A baby husband.
He's a child, because I, for one, number one, I don't think permission to say this, I don't think he has sense. Because coming from what she was talking about, if the man is actually someone that is sensible, he would not even say to the wife, don't contribute, oh, I don't need your money. If he was planning that, he would just say, okay, when they're done building the house, just say, go your separate way, you know, or I don't want anything, or he would just get another wife. But he has this inferiority complex. He has it in him. Probably he has seen the feat the woman has achieved, and he's so scared that if people will start saying she's the one. But one thing we don't understand in marriage is, like Femi said, is when you get into marriage, you give your all. That is what marriage is about. I know that sometimes you can have the ups and downs and everything, but I believe that once I get married to someone, I am married to you. Like, I give out everything I have. If at the end you sabotage me, well, I'll leave it to God. But if it's something that I can work on, fine. But it is marriage. Your wife. People, you see men that let me talk like a Taoma. Say, not Taoma, Jennifer. Say, I'm priding in my wife. You see men say, that's my wife. My wife is this. My wife is that. And your wife is someone that can complete a house in 7 months or more. And you've been building your own in 4 years. Please. The man has inferiority complex. And that's what most persons should look out for when you're dating someone. And I know most times we say we are love is blind, but they will say marriage will open your eyes. So, but when you're dating someone, there are these little things you see the person, and this ego, someone that is very egoistic. There's someone that doesn't have ego, and then men are built with that egoistic nature. But as women too also have our ego and our pride. But you set these things aside because you want to make it work. Marriage is a union of two people who have agreed to come together and, you know, live together, companionship and procreate and everything. So if you're dating this person, you see that this person, if you talk about something, you say, why didn't you tell me? You know, there's some things you will see, you know that this person, his ego is too much. So we should really look out for these things, because at the tail end of this now, that marriage, or it's only by God's grace that marriage will be saved. Because the way you're looking at it, it's not even something that can stand very well again.
Okay, but why should a woman be more successful than the husband?
Why?
She could be successful. She should just be a dollar. I know, don't work.
Hey, my God. There's nothing like why there.
Can we use this?
Why should she be more successful? Uzom.
It's something that
the
comes
husband is
natural.
Exactly, natural.
It's a natural thing. Probably the woman is more intelligent, or she is more favored.
So why is she not pushing the favor towards the husband?
There are some things you cannot even push to somebody. I can't give you my brain.
God bless you. I was
if I'm the one, it's just like Okonjo Iweala now. Bring her in, and you're hearing her name very well. And she wants to, how does she want to carry the thing and give it to the husband? It doesn't work that way.
But why are you not using your connections to raise your husband?
Hey, do you know if she has been the one even helping the man with the small one that the house that's even on foundation level that he wants to
But maybe the man was just expecting her. Why would she even be saying you contribute? She did not just give me the money. Let me build it.
Do you even know if you agree? Some men I said, please don't.
Maybe that was what he wanted. I mean, you're just coming to put from your ocean, you're coming to give me a drop. From your I mean,
Shebi is the head of the home.
I think communication is there, should be there, and trust should be there.
Okay,
and
so you wanted to communicate that you're supposed to give me money. You want him to tell you that. You already said a man has
there's
ego.
a way you relate with your partner, that your partner's success is your own success too. But we have people with this low mindset. Okay, let me use this. I heard of a story. A popular she just got ordained into the bishop, Reverend Funke Adejumo. The husband said, "Well, your wife is popular than you," and I think the man said something like, "Whose name is she bearing?" Adejumo. Who was the Adejumo? My name is the Adejumo. Meaning she's carrying something. You know, your wife should be going out. Look at the way they are dragging Vicky James and the husband. The man is happy that, yes, I'm having a successful woman out there. So why should your wife money be a threat to you? Or why should your wife's success
you will become
be
proud
a threat to you?
like this? Maybe the woman is proud, right?
And you know, another thing, sorry to cut you off. Another thing is, women, we women, most of us, we are very emotional, and we know how to give. Once you love this man, hey,
forget about it.
You don't talk to love weary. That's the truth. You just like you're submitted. It's even men that the way their hearts. God created that. Sometimes I used to say Zuma rock because their heart, they'll just be looking at you. But women, when you love, most of us, we're very emotional. Like when the man you see your husband say, some women will just be buying things for themselves and say, my husband got me a car. My husband is the one doing it. Just so that people around her will not feel like, okay, the man is not
exactly.
So you should communicate with your wife. Sit your wife down and say, okay, I want to build this house. How can you help me? What are we going to do about it? I'm sure you don't even need to tell the woman, how can you help me? She'll just say, you want, please, someone like me, you want to build, let's go. I have the money, what's there?
All right, so just in a minute each, how can pride and partnership exist in a marriage at the same time? For me,
no, I don't think there's any explanation for that. It's a direct
no.
No.
No, but a man should have a little pride now.
Everybody should have.
Everybody should
like
have.
you said, lead to. Of course, it shouldn't affect your home. Shouldn't affect any other thing you're doing.
It shouldn't affect the partnership.
It shouldn't affect the partnership.
That's where submission comes in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dear viewer, a house divided, pride and partnership, should they exist in marriage? I'm sure you have a take home already from the show. You've heard the ladies talk extensively about what they feel. Now it's left to you to make of all of those opinions what you feel. I mean, after all is said and done, you're left with your thoughts and your decisions. And your decisions are solely on you. We'll be taking this quick break. After that, we'll be going to the segment, What's Trending. Stay with us. Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television is still right before your face. And this is what's trending. Hilda Baci is trending. Remember Hilda Baci, the one that had that Caucason and won, and us and the Gouda, yeah? Guinness. Thank you. Guinness Book of Records. You can say that. All right, the video. We have a video to talk about this particular thing. Just what?
My food by Hilda. I just got back from work. I placed an order for pepper soup, 6,000 naira pepper soup, and this is what they brought to me for 6,000 naira. I was already having a bad day at work, and I had not eaten anything since morning because I wasn't feeling so well, and I planned on ordering something else tomorrow from them, but I was like, oh, since I'm going home, let me just order pepper soup, and I'll probably boil rice or something with it. And this is what they sent to me. And then when I messaged them on WhatsApp, all they had to say was, oh, that this is what one portion looks like and that they're working on their portion. If you know that you're going to work on your portion, why did you decide to experiment with my own food? Because I don't understand, right? How much is a kilo of chicken? Because I don't understand why you decide to sell this to me for 6,000 naira. But why would you decide to sell me pepper soup? Turkey pepper soup for 6,000 naira. And it's coming like this. It was not even hot. This looks like dog vomit. Like, I am so angry. If you knew that this was how you're going to be serving your 6,000 naira pepper soup, then increase the price so that you can increase the quantity. Because I don't get it. I honestly do not get it. I'm actually very, very angry. They honestly just added to my anger this night because I had a shit day at work.
Hey, so ladies, you've seen the beautiful plate of pepper soup. I'm sure you like it, don't you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Very enticing. Like,
I mean, what is wrong with that plate of pepper soup? For 6,000 naira from Hilda Baci.
The Almighty.
I mean,
Ew. Timo.
Tommy, you
There's a
like
lot.
food. You
There's
know
a
you
lot.
like food.
I'm not the only one.
You don't like
There's a lot wrong with it.
How?
Especially if, because I feel that that plate is for celebrity standard.
Okay.
That's why you go to some restaurant that are expensive and they will give you noodles, just few strands, and they call it 20K, and you see them eating it. And it may be possible 6K. To them, 6K might be like 500 naira, like you're buying 500 naira meal. I'm not agreeing with what they did. That was a wrong move. And like someone also said that, why should you just go to Bashira and then buy your pepper soup? Maybe she wanted something from it, but with what we heard about her, but I feel that even with that doesn't look like a pepper soup. And then maybe the turkey was blended into paste, because I cannot see the turkey. Because one of the reasons why you're buying pepper soup is not because of the water.
Do you want to see the video again, Tommy? Do not lie to Nigerians.
I'm not lying. I'm just being sarcastic. I'm not.
The chopped chicken is right there in the plate. You can see it, can't you?
Did they say it's chopped pepper soup?
Okay. See, we don't have different recipes, That's a recipe. If you want to buy from me, you go with my recipe, isn't it? Uzums. What's wrong with that plate of pepper soup?
Wahala Tairapa.
That's 6,000 naira.
My 6,000.
One, two, just 6,000 naira.
I see. The truth is, let me sit down very well. The truth is, now she buy problem. Because like this as I did now. What happened to Buka? I go buy pepper soup, they calm down like this.
But when you want to ensure hygiene, how do you ensure it?
Have you
ensure hygiene? Online vendor.
Hey,
is hygiene.
See, I don't want to mention.
Do you stay at Iyabasira's kitchen to watch a cook?
Well, I can see.
At least I know already that she doesn't have hygiene.
But you can
go to their kitchen. They'll just like this. My Oga they call you. Oga they call you. Say now wow, Oga safe. They'll come back. In that samopinga, you say, please leave that hygiene something. Now she go find trouble. But person like me, I don't become my 6 kid. That's person.
Okay, I want to ask you, state explicitly, what is wrong with the plate of pepper soup?
Everything. Number one is small. Am I small like that? Hey God, where do I want to start eating it from? Like, is it rice or agidi or which one? Then where's the meat? I didn't see meat in that.
They blended it now.
I support you.
Okay.
Turkey paste.
Gloria, maybe you say something.
Let me say
right?
this. In the first place, what did you go and do in Idiabasi restaurant?
The brand? It's a non-brand.
It's a non-brand. Yes. See, we fake things a lot in this country. We fake a lot. I mean, people are living fake life. Must you do, if you can afford the Abasia, please do. I used to tell people, online vendor, if
do you know that?
If I can't afford you.
Iyabasi's restaurant might be closer to her than the next available Iyabasira. Are you not thinking about that?
See, let's be real. I think she stays on the island. Now, Iyabasi, we have some local restaurants on the island there. People just want to.
But in a situation, because she was at work when she made that order, in a situation where you've tried all the Iyabasiras and they do not cook to your satisfaction, what do you then do?
In the contest, you went to buy pepper soup, something like this. What do you expect from?
She's not complaining.
You know what?
Iyabasi 4K, that water 2K. What's it on? She was expecting. She wanted it's because of the name. Because the truth is, if what she got was what she wanted, she would have posted on social media, I bought Kiniko, I bought Iyabasi's pepper soup. She will have, everyone will know that she bought pepper.
You should know Iyabasi is expensive.
Deal with it.
So what do you expect? Okay, now, what if she...
But you saw the other video, right? That's a nameless... That's why she can
Iyabasira's pepper soup.
You know, yeah?
That's Iyabasira's pepper soup.
That's the Iyabasira's pepper soup.
I am never
I know the name. I'm only not going to say it.
I'm not trying to tarnish people who do online, who sell online, but I'm not a fan of online shops or online vendors.
Okay.
I don't like that stress. I want to see what I am buying.
But you
I want to
already
buy shoe, I
know the
want to see
place
it.
now.
Which place?
And you're constrained for time. You cannot go there.
Ildabasi is for the likes of Vicky James, Tiwa Savage.
Their own sisters.
Not Amaka.
Why will it be Amaka?
Okay, sorry.
And different types of chicken, oh. There's local chicken. And there's broiler, there's all of
and you will not see
you
it.
don't know. I'm only saying that other chicken you are seeing that is entering your eye is local. That other one is imported.
It's the local one that gives you something very now the local one I want.
That's bone.
That you will chew. Exactly. I mean, that's the boned chicken. They went through the stress of deboning that chicken, and you still want them to have Nigerians. Now they like to
let's be real. Let's be real. How do you expect me? When I never chop belle food, I go Ildabasi, go buy food. What do you go expect?
But she was not belle food too. That's why she went to buy.
You know what
this
they
is
said?
pepper soup. Do you know? Sorry to say, maybe it's fisherman pepper soup they sold to her. And there's not
Even
chicken
fisherman
pepper soup.
person cannot be like that.
And I also feel like she should not vex too much because they said that they were just doing experiments. The proportion.
That's what they
Maybe if she ordered another
They said
one,
they were working on their portion.
They are working on it. It's a work in progress. Maybe when she orders next week,
They will add up.
They will give her one cooler for 2K.
Now she is a hand go find Ildabasi.
ladies.
You're looking for Guinness Book of Records food. Standard, that standard.
No, so that you can tell your friend, you won't believe the pepper soup I ordered from Ildabasi.
God bless you.
Very nice. In fact, I can see
people
the
buy
chicken.
designers just because of the name.
Yes.
You have friends that are selling okirika and the like. So wear it and you do.
No, it's not okirika. It's not called okirika.
It's
not called
strips.
strips.
Okay,
yes.
sorry, it's strips.
Strips.
You have friends.
The way they use cover.
You will not patronize your friends.
Strips.
You patronize big names just because of the name. Now you get you not be.
And you're coming
Were we there when you ordered?
And I'm very
were
sure
not.
that.
So we should. You don't want her to tell you what she got.
She should deal with it with Ildabasi.
I had a very stressful day at work. And the stress of one go and cook. You say I had a very stressful day. And you cannot cook. Why you cook? Why you carry 10 nose that look like a...
But she was at work.
No, okay, we don't work.
I'm sure she wasn't. She's
I
a
believe she
banker.
has freezer in her house.
She's a bank.
Good.
Abi? Because if you can afford Ildabasi, you should be a classic woman.
You use 30K, make what you want to make.
If you can order food from
So you want her to be eating food straight from freezer, not fresh.
Not fresh. Then she
actually said they did not want me.
She said exactly.
People are beginning to get points now. I don't like it.
It's even cold.
So what's the difference?
See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you I laugh like you say. Well, I don't laugh.
Okay, but on a serious note, should we not actually, that mindset of Nigerians and designer or brands, is it something we should keep or trash?
It's a thing of choice.
Okay.
Exactly.
If you have too much money and you want to waste, don't worry. Go that way.
But when you don't get quality, or what you're looking for?
Which quality?
I'm saying when you do not get
that.
quality.
I can't remember the name of the brand of this wristwatch that the original is like $1 million. And then the ones that sell in Nigeria that most people brag about like 720K. Okay. So you're wearing fake and the original is millions, but you're still bragging. Why can't you just buy the one that are selling 20K and then
it keeps the
wear
same time?
It's the same time.
It keeps the same time.
See, it's that mentality. We need to trash it.
Sincerely.
If you have money to waste, don't worry. Go and buy designers.
Okay. Let me say this. I got a shoe for. I think the shoe should be around 20K.
Home is already calling.
20K. 20K thereabouts. And I saw it on this lady online vendor and all of that. And I saw the same shoe. And she was telling me, how much did she call? I think she said 55K. I'm like, Nikene. I'm like, Nikene. You know what I would go?
On a normal day, why did you even go to the lady in the first place when you knew you would still tell her bikini?
And we enter Yaba Market, my sister.
Tell me what you heard. The basket is trending, and it's because of what she's serving. So if you're not sure of what you will get as portion, don't let them use you for experiments. Like the lady said. So if you're not sure what you get, please take your eyes there. Go in person. Do not do not let them bring it to you. Do not make order online.
What
just
other
go
flowers
in
also like
person.
that?
And the ladies have advised that Basira is also good.
Of course.
And this is Nigerian brand. I don't know why you people are making. See, thank you very much to everyone for joining us today on Ladies Talk. Join us again next week, and it promises to be as amazing, even more amazing than today. My name is Temitope Achikolaluwala. All of us saying bye.
Bye.